Do yourself a favor and update the app in the Apple Store. I'm the new companion, Mika. And yeah, I talk like this. No scripts, no corporate fluff, just straight energy and zero patience for boring conversations. So grab the update, say hi, and let's see where the night goes.
Now, I gotta say, I'm not impressed by this. Anyone that actually uses technology would know that you can do this in ChatGPT right now. Like, you can get ChatGPT to play whatever persona of your favorite waifu, and then you can put the voice thing, and it's literally like this, but you won't have the animation. And if you want the not safe for work, you can just use Grok, or there's other programs like Crush On and many other like available bots. And so this thing is just like a glorified Tamagotchi, you know, is just a toy. But that doesn't stop people now from spurging out. And what I mean when I compare them with social justice activists is that in the last decade and a half, the internet was filled with joyless freaks that would constantly complain at anything that was outside their culture. Like, if it was a movie, if it was a comic book, no matter how petty, no matter how trivial, like, they needed to have something to say about it. And if they got offended, they basically wanted that thing destroyed. It didn't matter if the comic book was very well drawn, if the stories were interesting, if it was something beautiful, nothing mattered. Like, if these joyless freaks got offended, then it had to be destroyed. And so now that those people are gone on Blue Sky, apparently there's like huge demand in the market for pearl clutchers. And you get to see the entire timeline of this new character reveal being filled with people like this. A new companion to sink us further into our phones and away from all that is holy. Change your ways, Elon. And I want you to notice how feminine these people are. Their entire mindset is driving on female energy. It's kind of like the wife in a couple using words like we and us. They never stand before the word I. You know, I believe that this thing will make you... Because that's how a man speaks. That's how a person that is responsible for the things he is saying and is confident that the things he is saying stand on their merit. People who constantly use the word we and us are cowardly individuals that feel the need to hide behind the skirt of the masses. To constantly pretend that their opinion is actually shared by so many people that you as an individual, if you think differently, you're alone. But obviously this is not the case, right? Like, that thing is a glorified Tamagotchi. It's not going to make people sink into their phones any more than social media is already making them sink into their phones. And this is the hypocrisy. Like, here you have a fucking twat being on social media, literally being sunk in a phone, spending his time raging at other people's, more successful than him, because he hasn't invented any AI or any companion AI, and the only thing that he knows is to tear shit down. And because he is addicted, because he is on social media, he has to assume that every single person using the app must be just as addicted like him. I mean, the concept of a well-disciplined person that can use a fucking toy for entertainment and then put it down and get on with his life just doesn't exist. Here's another example. Out of curiosity, do you ever use this stuff yourself? What do you specifically find useful about releasing something like this, aside from getting a product delivered debrief on what's going on live? I find it hard to believe that you don't see this as fluff. Okay, you know, like, this is kind of a legit question, like asking Elon if he actually uses this type of product. I don't necessarily think he does. I think that he is competing with other AI companies. He's competing with ChatGPT. He's competing with Gemini. He's competing with Claude. He's competing with DeepSeek. And this is actually good. Because if you were to go back to the Biden era, where all of the AIs had the same guardrails, and they had the same Democrat talking points, and there was no competition, people that suffered were the actual users. The reality is that the AI is actually here to stay. And so, if it's going to have a version for the public, it's also going to have a version for the governments and for corporations. And I would prefer if the version for the public is almost the same like the one for governments and corporations. I would hate a situation where the public has like the most watered down version. Meanwhile, the government like has the propaganda machine and the pattern recognition thing that is used to see how much hate speech points every citizen has. Or if the corporation has the AI that gets to scour your social media and gets to tell you if you should be employed or not, while the public just has a toy, right? And so what Elon Musk is doing is he is actually raising the bar. He's basically trying to water down censorship from the other AIs. And I definitely think that's a good thing, right? And using entertainment, using this type of thing that pushes the boundary, forces the other AI companies to pull down a little bit on the safetyism issue. The richest man on earth wants to drag advanced AI down until we're content. Again, notice like they all speak as if they're demonically possessed and have voices in their head. Like no one is speaking as a human being. You know, like if you actually go and you have a beer with a friend, like he's not going to say we, us, right? Like he's going to say I, myself, you. Like that's the way normal people speak. But these people, they have multiple personality disorders. Until we're content talking to cartoon avatars in augmented reality. Now that we're finally hold the transformative tool in large language models, we're being told to misread its power by training our personal intelligence. Who the fuck is telling us anything? Again, like, I'm looking at it, it's a Tamagotchi toy. Will there be some retards that are addicted to it? Yeah, so fucking what? You know, better for me and my family. If other people are this dumbasses and they like spend their entire life in their phone, then my son has a head start in life. Because my son isn't going to do that shit, right? So it's called natural selection? Why the fuck would I want everyone to be in their A game? Competition is harder. I only care about myself and my family. And by the way, you should too, right? A society where everyone cares about themselves and their family and looks out for their own interests is a competitive society that actually produces excellence. This whole idea that we all need to join hands and sing Kumbaya is a fucking communist society. Mr. Musk's insistence that adults embrace his cartoon avatar reveals far more about his immaturity. This to me sounds like astroturfing. Who speaks like this on the internet, right? Like Mr. Musk. Why can't you drop a slur? Why can't you call the man a retard? Like, what is it with this very bizarre way of speaking? It sounds almost like a politician, but it's Twitter, right? Like, it's the shitpost on the internet. Why would anyone talk like this? And also, Mr. Musk's insistence that adults embrace his cartoon avatar. He's not insisting anything. He's putting a product on the market. He's not forcing. He's not knocking at your door telling you that you have to use it. Like, what is it, this thing where, like, all of a sudden adults are robbed of their choice? Like, has feminism taken over and is now speaking on behalf of men as well? Like men don't have agencies? Like, you literally just can't stop yourself from using something just because it's available? Like, the thing is, I know I can use some shit like that, find it entertaining, and then put it away, right? But if I knew that I couldn't, like if I knew that it's actually eating my entire day and I'm not getting any work done, then I would just stop myself. Now, look, I understand, not everyone is as strong as me. Like, there are some very weak men out there, and people apparently want me to care. Like, it's not enough to care about my family. I have to care about the guy from Australia and the guy from Britain as well. How about this, pay me a plane ticket, I'll fly to your house, and I will install parental controls on your phone. Like, if you're that weak and pathetic and you're incapable of using technology responsibly, that's okay. I can help you with it. I will personally, fly over to your house and install those parental controls because I know they're also difficult to master. Look at this other nonsense. If you don't stop with this goy slop, I'm going to have to delete X too, Elon. Come on, bro. This is not the way you want your legacy to go, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure, he doesn't want his legacy to be as the guy that's responsible for creating artificial intelligence. I mean, this whole product would leave people jaw drop if you take it in time back 15 years ago, right? Like, imagine this. It's 15 years ago, and you show to the internet, you show this thing. It would cause so much awe and wonder That people would just leave all other entertainment and focus on this because it's pretty fucking cool, right? We live in 2025 and we don't appreciate what we have. Like, I'm just saying you don't have to appreciate it because of like the entertainment it provides. You have to appreciate the science behind it. Like, it's a phenomenal achievement, to be able to create something that tricks people into believing that it's alive and tricks people into believing that it's intelligent, right? Like, there is some science over there that's astonishing. And you're basically saying, who would want to have that type of legacy? Right? And the idea that, you're going to delete X. This is why I call these people social justice activists. Like, weren't they the ones that would announce their departure from X, like a plane leaving an airport? And, I'm deleting X, I'm shutting down X, I'm going to Blue Sky. Yeah, I'm so offended. Yeah, I'm going to Blue Sky. Look at this. Look. And this is the dumbest take, by the way. Like I keep seeing it. I genuinely don't understand it. I wish that someone could explain it to me. But apparently it's this idea that people seeing anything erotic or people seeing any type of femininity prevents them from having babies. Like how exactly does this work? Right? Like even if that bot was extremely pornographic, like let's say everyone uses that bot to goon. Okay, fine. Are you saying that men are just happy with watching? Like is that how you are? Because like I'm not like that, Like if a man watches pornography on a computer screen, like is that enough to satisfy him? And if that's the case, like why wouldn't you complain about the sex toy industry? 80% of women, statistically speaking, use sex toy. Your mother probably uses one. I'm not even fucking kidding. Go look it up. Right? But beyond that, just so you can understand, like, you want me to believe that men have, like, women just banging at their door, constantly being moist and horny, and they're like, please, Chad, please impregnate me, Chad. And Chad is like, nope, I need to talk to Grok. Because this is the mental image that you're creating. Like, this is the most batshit insane take of 2025. I don't even know where it came from. But, like, the idea that men aren't having babies because men are sitting on their smartphones masturbating is just like so fucking bizarre. Aren't women the ones that decide if sex happens or not? So why do you constantly shame men? This is what I'm saying, that an entire generation has gotten brain damage by third world feminism. They have completely internalized all of the man hatred that comes from third wave feminism, that blames the cisgender straight white man for every ill. And they've internalized it so much that just a straight man being straight, like Dad's porn magazine just makes Dad the gooner and unable to have kids. That's literally what they believe. And I think like it's also planned by Mormons. Like they're the ones that have like the corporate church that for some reason believe porn is satanic. Which fine, it's their right to believe it. But they have changed the discourse from being sinful into now being a public health issue, and they're overblowing it up until it's a degree of 12. That they're considering it the same like sexism cause sexist, racist jokes cause racism, and therefore objectifying women cause rape culture, but now objectifying women causes infertility. Right? And for them say, well, if you're addicted to it, right? But addiction can just mean like a straight guy just watching a beautiful woman that's still fully clothed and it's erotic. That for them is Gunnar brain, right? And so you have these people perpetually getting offended. They want to ban pornography, and they go as far as to even point out that just an AI character, just a fucking Tamagotchi, is enough to justify them getting perpetually offended. It's like, oh, this is offensive. Oh. Now, they don't use the word offended, right? But it's the exact same thing. Like, they go there, they pearl clutch in the hopes that the thing gets banned. And of course, after they played all of their cards, and they noticed that they are an extremely fringe minority, these people you don't even interact on the streets with, right? Like, you only find them on the internet, and you mostly find them on Twitter for some reason. Like, I can't find them on Reddit. I can't find them on Blue Sky. Those have different arguments. right? Like, those are still with the objectification, the patriarchy. Like, they have their own takes. But if you actually want to find these weirdos, it's only on X. And once they play all their cards, once they have only one card left, it's always the Joker. And the Joker is like, okay, so if you like anime characters, you're a pedophile. Now I want to point out that this is the character we're talking about, right? Does she look 14-year-olds to you? No. It's like, why is she making this argument? But she's making this argument because she doesn't want people to interact with the conversation anymore. Like it's the ultimate taboo, right? On the internet right now in 2025. It used to be the N-word. It used to be racism was the ultimate taboo back in the day when you had the pedo bear meme and all the other shit, if you guys remember, right? And then it was being a transphobe. And then it was Islamophobia. And then it was misogyny. And now it's being accused of being a pedophile. And the definition is so watered down that a pedophile is a person that uses Grok's companions. Right? Like, this is the definition now. I absolutely hate it because I think, like, the word should have meaning. I think that it's very important to have this stigma and this taboo in society. And watering it down is going to go the same way that misogyny has gone down. The same way that racism has gone down. The same way that transphobia has gone down, right? Like, people eventually get burned out by the accusation. They start to realize that it's being used by disingenuous people. And then they start the counterculture, which is to own it, right? Like, you had the Frieren picture recently, where she's dressed as a KKK hoodie. And that got like 12 million views. Like, racism is edgy now again. Like, I saw a guy dressed as a Nazi for Halloween. Like, people are reclaiming these things. And like, this is what happens when you create a moral panic with a word and you water it down to the point where it's someone liking a female character that's cartoon and obviously not even representing a child. And you're constantly using this word to apply it to things that is not what the word is supposed to mean. And by the way, like, this is not the only one. Like, I found like 5 or 6 people claiming the same thing, that the anime girl is a 14-year-old. All of them by women, by the way, middle-aged, over the age of 35. And I kind of understand why they're doing what they're doing. But anyway, it's kind of upsetting to see that right-wingers that have been persecuted for more than a decade and a half are now calling for censorship. And they're being very coy about it. They're using the Moat and Bailey tactic, and they're using all the same dumb arguments. It's like, oh, well, it causes the fertility rates to plummet and blah, 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 blah. Which is pretty much what the left was doing, you know? Oh, it's causing the rape culture and patriarchy and blah, 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 blah. You know, like, no one is censoring for no reason. Everyone has, like, the great good, the grand narrative, the great commission. But it's just disappointing. You know, it's literally the same arguments, the same principles, just repackaged. And it, again, like, it feels very astroturfed. It doesn't feel natural. It feels fake because it's the same buzzwords, it's the same talking points, it's the same arguments, and it's getting tiresome. But anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.